Hello, everybody. Hello. How are you this today? I'm coming on because my topic is for today is the National Guard and the federal and the DC area. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. Hi, Common Sense. I'm getting ready to start showing one of the major videos in regards to what's going on here in DC. I live in Washington, DC. I live in Southeast Washington, DC, which is considered Ward 8 of Washington, DC. And so I just want to show you some of the raw footage and talk about it. Each video as they go to let you see this is what's going on. What you see on the news, some of you may see on the national news or your regular TV, is what you see downtown, but you don't see what the neighborhoods are going through. So I want to just show you a few things about. One thing I want to bring your point is this. Let me bring this up on the screen. Hold on. I want to share this with you. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can get it. Well, what is saying? Hi, Grace. How are you? Blessings and blessings. Play dollars for play games for dollars. Hi, how are you? Yes. I want to read something to you all about what is going on in DC. I live in Washington, DC, as I was saying earlier. I live in Ward 8. DC is in wars just like Harvey is. Those that, watch Harvey, Illinois, each one of their older people have different wards where we have commissioners. Some have council people, some have older people, some have trustees, and we have commissioners for each ward that we have. So what's going on is they have hi, I said what I said. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. This is what this is. Let me start off with what our president stated. As me and I said what I said, and probably a few others might call him the Orange Man. He has stated to the fact that in his thing, he said, um, "We are bloodthirsty criminals, um, rapists, and gangs." And that the people are so petrified of coming out of their houses that they can't even go around the corner to go to the grocery store to get eggs or milk. And what made me bring this up is because he said the same thing about the Hispanics when he was trying to get them to say that they're going to remove them out of our country. So the same descriptions that he gave to the Hispanics, it's the same description that he's saying to us here in DC, to the blacks here in DC, that we're bloodthirsty criminals, we are robbers, we're gangbangers, we're rapists, uh, we're carjackers, and then the to top it all off, he said that we was the worst city in all the world. We worse than the third world country cities. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is how we're gonna go. So let me give you a little bit. First, I'm going to show you that. Now, remember, I just said that they were petrified. He said the people were so afraid to go out the door to even go to get groceries and stuff. Let me show you who was out at night. This is at night. I'm getting ready to share this with you. I'm going to take that down and I'm getting ready to show you who was out at night. Okay. Now, let me share this with you and I want you to see. Take that down and present this one. I'm gonna present this video. All right, let's hit play.
Citizens, he's not a real cop. Oh, harass citizens, he's not a real cop.
Now this is at night. This is where he was trying to say that everybody is petrified to come out at night. Look at this crowd.
Harass citizens, he's not a real cop.
Now look at this. He said several agents were identified as working for the U.S. ICE, raising concerns among locals about immigrant relations detention. But now these are people working for ICE, but yet you said you trying to help get the city, save the city from criminals. But the ICE crew, so ICE supposed to deal with immigration. Immigration is not in the hood. I mean, we might have a few Hispanics in the community, but they're not prevalent for them to be in our neighborhoods, in our black neighborhoods. And DC is 85% black. So why are they in our neighborhoods? ICE. That was, to me, my opinion. This is just my opinion. That all of this is to get everybody to not think about the Epstein file. But I want you to look at the wordings that they're using in this video that he has been using to try to show us that he's here to clean up DC. Let's continue. Now, they said two were detained. A man speaking Spanish was seen being loaded into an unarmed black pickup truck, and a woman was handcuffed. Okay, I'm gonna show you more. Just watch. Now they're picking them up. They haven't. They don't have no paperwork saying that they was illegals. They have no paperwork saying that they supposed to pick them up off the street. None of this. They just grabbing them up off the street. So when I was saying that they was that I had made a statement once before. I stated this is what I stated in my opinion. Now I have been on a couple of content creators channel, and I was listening to people like, "Oh, we need to get them out of our country. They taking our jobs. They taking our money. They taking our this." Well, first of all, people, they can't take something that you already have. Number one. Number two, okay, they getting our food stamps. They getting our checks. They getting our this. Okay. Um, you're not getting as much as them anyway. You know, they ain't getting no more than you, but they take out jobs. Number three, you said get them out of the country. Well, once they got rid of them, or pretty much got most of them out of the country, who you thought they were going to come after next? Voila, the blacks. We're the next target. And he has also said he's going to Chicago, Cincinnati, Detroit, LA, Atlanta, Georgia, and he's going to what's go down south to Mississippi and Louisiana to a lot of the mainly he's going to the major metropolitan cities that are Democrats that he wants to attack. That's where the fight is. So they're starting off with DC. We're not a state. Let me emphasize, we are not a state. We are a city only. And the government do have rights to run over us, but only for a certain reason. You just can't come in and just take over. You have to come in, and it has to be emergency to a point. But right now, compared to what it was, it has calmed down a, a lot. I mean, significantly a lot. So what it is, he's using the federal government because he wanted his main goal is altogether. His main goal was to take over DC. Once he took over DC, he can declare martial law after 30 days. He can declare an emergency. As he declare emergency, then he could take over DC. Once he take over DC, then he can declare martial law over the whole United States. Once he does that, we are every major city in the United States is at his mercy to do whatever he wants to do. Because he can say that the United States is is in a state of emergency and declared over all. So that means the police can do what they want to do. They can harass who they want to harass. They can do anything to you. They can stop you, frisk you, question you, slam you to the ground, take your car, um, kick your door in. They can do whatever they want to do. So I'm gonna show you what happens when the federal government take over the take over your city or the state, the country. Let me give you another example of that. Let me give you a few videos of what's going on in DC with our blacks. Hold on just a second. Let me bring this one up. Let me take this one down and bring this one up. Okay, let me bring this one up. Video number one. Hold on. Here we go. You can't hear it because I can't hear it. Oh, there you go. Now, 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 listen to what he just said. Listen to what he just said. He said, I come by here all the time. I see you out here all the time. So if you've been by there all the time and you've seen him out there all the time, why are you harassing him now? Think did it come up? Okay, no, y'all didn't see all that. I'm sorry. Try it again. Okay, that one didn't come up. Okay, sorry about that. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. Bear with me. I thought I had the right one up. Sorry about that. Let me bring up the right one. I don't know why that one's not coming up. Okay, bear with me. Bear with me. I don't know why that one's not sharing. Okay. Okay, so for share. Okay. Okay, here we go. This one right here. This is the one. Now listen to what he says. This is what gets me.
I've been crazy about wasting last time I seen you. I've been I changed lives right here, literally.
Really? Are you okay with that? The supervisor said,
I got people talking about you come around here starting stuff.
We got data for you. We got data for you.
What you talking about? You come around here, you told one individual.
You see, get all this on camera. You see that? You see all this?
What is what?
You see all this?
What?
Eating out there, right? No.
The
Eating
chair.
up.
Yeah, okay.
How many times I come out here? And y'all know because y'all was out here yesterday. When I said stop sitting on the sidewalk and stop blocking.
Now remember, he said, I was out here yesterday and I saw you yesterday and I told you to stop blocking the sidewalk in front of the business and everything. Now, you seen him and he gonna say something else that's gonna catch your attention. I see you out here all the time. So why are you making a big issue about it today, that particular day? Listen, let's continue on.
No, I didn't start nothing. I came out here and I told you yesterday. I said, do not block the sidewalk. Do not block these businesses. I told you that.
Okay.
I'm gonna come out here every day and do the same thing. No, he didn't answer my question. Your man started talking shit the entire time. And then what happened? Oh, take that back. I'll beat his ass. And what happened? He went running for his life. So go ahead. Keep that in your mind. Because I'm gonna come out here. And he's not getting away. I'm gonna be right here. No, he was talking to me about communication. No, the only thing y'all do is talk shit. And we're done. We're done. We're tired of it. It's over. You're done. You're not gonna be a reason.
I don't know.
I'm not attacking you. I'm not attacking you.
I said, hold on, why you doing that?
Anybody attacking you? It wasn't out of the blue. It's funny how it's out of the blue when you don't remember nothing else that happened.
Because it was you. You initiated everything.
When did I say I was gonna beat his ass? When did I say that?
Now, if you notice, he got an attitude. He's in his feelings. First of all, he's very unprofessional. Number two, where's your backup? If you got a crowd of men around you and you coming out there, where is your backup? Where is your backup? Now, you standing there, you in your feelings, you in your emotions. You got, cussing back at him. Okay, first of all, you're matching their energy. So you're going to get them hyped up to a point that they're going to continue to disrespect you. When it comes down to that, you have to be able to de-escalate and talk to them where you can calm them down, where y'all can have a dialect between the two of us. You constantly talking over the guy. You're constantly not trying to talk to him. You're trying to show that you're superior. You're trying to show that it's all about me and then there's nothing what you're saying. I could care less what you say. And the thing that got me when he said, all you do is talk shit. Every time I talk to you, all you do is talk shit. So right there, he's already escalating the vibe right there. So he's not de-escalating. All he's doing is escalating for them to constantly disrespect him back. That's his problem. He has an ego problem. You can hear it in his voice and the way he acts. Watch his body language and watch his stance.
You're attacking communication where he was telling you about
police officer getting out to address y'all and tell you that
how you
out here breaking the law. No. I told you already. Exactly. You weren't out here yesterday. You do hang out here.
I don't hang out yesterday. I don't.
Now he just told him you wasn't out here yesterday. He said, I don't hang out here. He said, yes, you do. But you just said he wasn't out there. Now you're saying he is. So he contradicting himself. So he's getting an attitude because he's getting frustrated because he can't keep his lie together on the reason why he out there harassing him in the first place.
He was finishing out events, basically telling us how to communicate with you guys.
And what did I do? I engaged with him, right? I sat there and I listened to what he had to say.
And they got what you did.
What I did?
Right back with bad communication with everybody.
How's that bad communication? I asked him. I said, did I tell you about Komodo?
Guess what?
I asked him that. That's what I said.
I was like, how y'all doing today? Hey, listen.
No.
I did that yesterday. A lot going on. No, you did. Yesterday you came back. You said, hey, nobody gonna be right here. This shit is over.
No. I did say that. However, what I said was, what were you doing? You were literally sitting right there.
See, he got caught in his lie. He said I came up and I did do that. I was calm, but then he turned around and said, "No, you said da 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 da." Well, yeah, I did say that. So see, there we go.
Act like you don't see me. No, listen. Yes, I was standing right here. I was facing this way. So listen what I was saying. I was facing this way. You and your partner was like this over me. I was showing my man about the war against the United States was
That's one. Let me show you the next.
It's all right. It's all right.
Okay, let me show you this one. Okay, let me show you the one where they came up while the people was sitting down. Now that's the one I want to show you that he was sitting down. Bear with me one moment. Okay, this is the one. Now this is the federal police along with DC cops.
You on YouTube?
No, I live right here.
Cool.
It's a cigarette. Did y'all get a call or something right here?
No, so we're doing checks, keeping everybody safe down here, right? Have you heard of the federal surge that Donald Trump's putting out?
No.
Right. You don't follow like
No.
Code 3, anything like that people are putting up? All right, so yeah, Trump's got all federal agencies kind of coming together 7 days and going out, trying to stop the violent crime, all kind of stuff. So we're out here contacting people, talking to them, right? Quality of life offense is smoking, drinking in public, right? Can't happen outside, right? Most people know that. So we're contacting people, trying to advise them of the law so they learn, right? And then if there's other stuff going on where it turns into there's multiple agencies, somebody there's shooting and things like that. So there's extra hands as well. Right. So we're just out here trying to inform people and educate people. It's not like we're trying to just go grab people and ruin someone's life over a joint or something like that, all right?
I only asked because when you walked up at the moment you walked up, you only had asked me.
Yeah, well, it smelled like the odor of marijuana, burnt marijuana in the air, right? And you're the only guy that had something lit in your hand. And I didn't flash. So I didn't realize it was just a cigarette. So that's on me. I appreciate you understanding and not getting shit with me. All right, so just know, right? Learn, teach, tell your boys, like, yo, everybody's out, from FBI to park police. Right? So do your thing. Let them know. Don't be smoking outside. Don't be drinking outside. Because Donald Trump is tired of it. People coming to.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know smoking in public?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the rest of the
Because they're learning this recreational use, so I didn't know.
Yeah, so DC, it's recreational use as well, right? Like, you can legally possess up to 2 ounces. You can gift an ounce to your boy, right? So if you had 2 ounces and he said he needed a zip, you can give him a zip, but you can't smoke outside. You don't.
Here are the top 10 counties in Georgia with the highest.
Sorry about that, y'all. I'm sorry. I forgot I was on mute. Okay, first of all, that's illegal. That's wrong. He's wrong with what he just said. It is, yes, we can smoke outside. We have been down at the wharf. We done been down here at the harbor. In DC, you can walk down the sidewalk and smoke a joint. And you can smoke it. He's lying, number one. Number two, people, if you're not walking down the sidewalk with a beer like they do in Vegas or a drink, that's different. But if you at your location, at your home, and you drinking, they cannot bother you. They don't supposed to. But now you notice that he said Donald Trump tired of it. So they're doing this because this is what Donald Trump told them to do whatever to us. Basically, he's saying do whatever, legal or illegal. So they're doing exactly that. And everything that he did was wrong. What he said was wrong. The only thing they can't do is get out here. Now, how's that stopping the crime? Help me, help me figure this out, everybody. How is this stopping, quote unquote, the bloodthirsty criminals that want to go out here and unalive people, mug people, rob people, do all these things that he said that we are scandalously doing in DC? How is him telling them they can't sit on their stoop and drink a beer and smoke a joint that is a recreational activity? Now you see what I'm saying? This is the bullshit that he's doing to our city. Another video. Bear with me. Here go another one. Get the volume. Excuse me, let me start back from the beginning.
What is that? Who's right there? What are you talking about? Yo, hold on.
Now look at all these cops running around for him. They think they caught something. Oh, look at we got
I ain't
something.
got nothing on me.
See, they didn't find nothing on him.
Yeah.
Look, now they're leaving. They
Can I
just
get
gonna
badge
have
numbers? What's your badge number, sir? What is your badge number?
You ain't gotta walk up on me.
No, what is your badge number? What is your badge number? What is your badge number, ma'am? Ma'am, what's your badge number? You look like 50 broke cent. You look like 50 broke cent. Who broke?
Just another day.
okay, that's another video. See, this is the stuff that they're doing. They think that all of this is cute. This is fun and games. Now I have another video for you all. That's going to be even more wilder. And these are the things that they are doing to our community. Bear with me. Let me share another one. Let me start it back over from the beginning.
Don't get spanked, man. Classes in session, man. We just trying to teach a class, man. All we did was come to teach some kids, man. All that. Real life. That's all I'm on, officers.
So this is what they are doing to our neighborhoods. They're just going around harassing us from one person to another person to another person, just to show that to make themselves feel like they're doing something so big and bad. And this is what bothers me. Nothing has happened. They have gone to different neighborhoods, stopping, harassing, and nothing is happening. Nothing. They have not been able to do anything. And it's sad. It's just really, really sad that they can't find anything to do or find anything that they thought was worthy of them harassing us to get done. When they saw they couldn't get that done, so then they started going to other neighborhoods to get it done. And, they just going from neighborhood to neighborhood, hoping that they can find something. They are really, really hoping they can find something to harass us for. And let me see, can I find the one that they had? Oh, this one. Bear with me one. This one is an interesting one. Let me share this one with you. Now, I want you to see how this is a crime. Either they come back on the crime for this one. Y'all ready? Here we go. This is a crime now.
Dick round. Look at him. Let me get your badge.
That's a
Hey, nah.
bicycle.
Let me get your badge number. You just pushed me
Scooter.
off the scooter and all that. Well, long here you just grabbed me, nigga. What the fuck? What's your 2573? All right, what's your badge number? 3035.
Okay, those bikes and those scooters, you have to pay for them, because if you don't pay for them, they won't move. So these young boys have already paid for them. So they either use their card or whatever means that they did to pay for these. They came and took it from them. So they lost their money because of this. Continue on.
Oh yeah. Hey, excuse me. Can I get your badge number?
L226.
Cause whoever he is, he just yanked my arm off the scooter.
Yeah,
You can do that. You can do that. Look at him, y'all. They out here real out dick around. Look at him. Hey, let me get your badge. Hey, nah. Let me get your badge number. You just pushed me off the scooter and all that. Well,
Now, tell me, how is them riding a scooter or a bicycle is a crime. This is what bothers me. Now remember, we're bloodthirsty criminals. Those young boys that was on those scooters or bicycle were bloodthirsty criminals. I mean, that's what we were described as. So I'm trying to still figure out how we're bloodthirsty criminals on a scooter. That's what gets me. Now, this is what happened to our homeless people. Bear with me one moment. I'm going to show you what happened. This is just a clip of what happened with our homeless people. This is their home. This is their home.
This is crazy.
People have donated those tents for those people to sleep in. That's their only home. They did not come up with a solution to where they must go. This is our federal government. They took the people's home. Now the tent is all they had as far as their home. That tent that that gentleman dragged had all that person belongings in it. They wouldn't allow him to get his belongings out. So they destroyed the tent and his belongings. How is this come back on crime? I'll wait. How is this come back on crime? Exactly. Okay, let me go ahead and see what the chat is saying. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. High common sense, high brilliant. Play games for dollars. Laura, how are you? SBK, my SBK. I said what I said. Grace Levi. I'm trying to make sure. Motor oil. Yes, the National Guard is still here today, Motor oil. It's still here. They're still here. They're not right now, they're downtown DC because they got a march going on right now. They're marching down to the White House. They got a gathering marching down to the White House. So right now they're down there protecting him because he's scared to go around the corner. He's scared to go out the door. Anyway, back to the show. Um, and Lori, like you said, no way I would have, this is what they're doing. This is the things they're doing. Laura says, no way I would be a police or a school teacher. God bless. Well, I wasn't a police officer, but I did work for the police department and the federal police. That's why I'm able to talk about it because what they are doing is wrong, totally wrong. But because at the time that he took over until Friday, till yesterday, and they went to court and the judge helped them and told them to come together with the government, federal government, and they come to a conclusion that they allowed our chief of police to take back over our DC police officers. Our DC police was under their control to do what he says do, and the things that he wanted them to do was illegal. Some of them did, some of them didn't. But if they had the federal police with them, they had to do what they said do. If they didn't have the federal police, they didn't honor what he was saying. They sat in their cars and said it was BS. I talked to a couple of officers in my area, and they was like, "We ain't paying that S no mind. We go, everybody fine here." He said, "We only going to do, act accordingly if we have one with us. Otherwise, we all have come to a conclusion. We only doing this because they there. Once they not up on us, and we ain't got to couple with them, then we're going to do what we normally do because this is ridiculous because the crime rate isn't that as bad as he's making it out to be." So these are the things that they're doing. Like you said, the scooter has nothing to do with crime. The scooters in the back had nothing to do with crime. Them sitting on their porch has nothing to do with crime. You know, you have yet to show us any crime that has been committed. All the people that have been locked up was downtown in this area. Let me show you this area where the crime was actually happening, where they were doing more lockups. Hold on a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Let me show you this one. This one, when they first started. This one here is very interesting. This one right here is when they first started. Let me show you.
Hey, Brody. Drop your jump. Look, drop your jump, bro. Just drop your jump. Drop your jump. Show him. Ain't got nothing. Bill, don't hurt yourself, Bill. All right. So what's going on? What's up, White Shirt? What's all this for? How you feeling, man? What we know? I feel well. How are you? Ain't nothing going on right here. Better than ever, man. Yeah. Oh, you got your ski mask on? Nah, don't break it. Open the gate. Don't break it. Open the gate. Don't break it. Oh, they picked the jump. Stupid ass. That's all they wanted to do.
Now look where everybody else. They inside the gate. They're not on the sidewalk. They're not doing any crime inside the sidewalk. Let's continue watching.
I got my gun. I ain't doing that. I'm just recording for my safety. That's all we doing. We don't want no problem. Look, we don't want no problem. Oh, got his hand on it. Look, we don't want no smoke, Brody. Oh, what's up? How you doing? Hey, pretty. I'm not doing nothing. You're so pretty. Oh, no, I was. You're so pretty. Everybody goes. Yes, he did. You see the bike right there, Bill. Bike right there, Bill. You see the bike, Bill. Come on. You gonna real do up? Come on, bro.
Oh my God, I'm having anxiety. How you got your fucking head? Don't bust up my door. Y'all pay for that? That's the motherfucking key. Damn. Y'all want the key? Y'all want the key? Oh, you gonna pay for that, bitch? Oh, don't bang on my door. Don't bang on my door. Oh, don't bang on my door. Don't bang on my door.
Hey, White Shirt, yeah, White Shirt. I know this is easy.
Now, are you seeing? This is what they did to this home. They raiding this place with no warrant. They have no warrant to enter into that building. No warrant. They kicked that door in with no warrant. And knocking on people's doors inside the place. This is an apartment building with no warrant. Because they're under the federal law. So they're giving them the okay to kick the door in, the outside door in, and go in the building. This is what I'm saying. This is when they first took over with the federal government. Let's continue on.
How you bang on the door though? Why would y'all break the door like that? Damn. What the fuck?
Now, they kicked the door in, they broke the door. So now the people in that building are no longer secure. So if they have somebody that want to break in to attack them, they have no security because the outside door is broken because they feel like they can kick the door in without a warrant and do what they want to do. Now you see this, but this is because, first of all, you didn't see no crime committed for you to kick that door in. Number one, the girl offered you the key. Do you want the key? But no, you want to kick the door in. So now, okay, the owner can get their money back for the change the lock and everything from the DC government because it was illegal. But the thing was, all of them went piling into that building. For what? They had no warrant. They had, okay, first of all, there was no crime committed for them to kick that door in. Number two, you had no warrant. Number three, you had no right to go and kick other people's door in or knock on other people's door all the way upstairs to all the apartment buildings, all the apartments in there. That was illegal because you did not have a warrant for that. So I hope that all of them go down to the police department and file a case against the police department so they can file it against the federal government so they can get paid for that, because what they did was illegal. Now you see, this is the stuff that he's trying to do in DC. This is why we have anxiety here. I'm a little nervous because I'm in a high-rise apartment building. And I'm wondering if they're going, well, we have a sliding door, we have security downstairs. But but the DC police and the federal government under their, at the time that was under their control, could come on in and nothing they could do. Okay, legal, they didn't let them inside. They kicked the door in. She was telling them, if you want to go in and check to see there's nothing going on, I could give you the key to keep them from damaging the door because she has children. She said, do you want the key so you can see there's nothing going on? They kicked the door in anyway. That's the thing I was talking about. This is the stuff they doing. Now you got the kids crying and screaming and hollering. Now they're walking away. Look at all those police for them. All those police officers. All those police officers for that one location.
We're gonna get another bottle. We're gonna get another bottle. We're gonna get another bottle.
They came and grabbed the bags that they had liquor bottles in. They was not out in the open. The bags was the liquor bottles was in the black bags. They came and opened it and poured it out, and then hung the bag back up with the empty bottle, just so they could say they did something. Okay?
We're gonna get another bottle. We're gonna get another bottle. Another bottle. And another bottle. And another bottle. And another bottle. And another bottle.
And the sad part is, that was right up the street from where I live. That was right up the street from where I live. Yep, right up the street, right off of. That happened right up the street from where I live. All of that was uncalled for. Them young people been hanging out at that building for the longest. The building is hot. They sit outside. There was a young lady that I used to work with, and I went up there to visit her. Those apartments are hot. Even with the air conditioning unit, it's still hot. So they sit outside most of the time. So this is what we've been dealing with our police department. Now, watch this. This is going to blow your mind. Okay, this is, let's see, I'm trying to find, there, here we go. I wanted to show you the one at night. Now, remember I said, they said there were criminals, and there was bloodthirsty criminals. They are even afraid to go and get some milk and some eggs from around the corner. It's just, they're so afraid to even walk out their door. They keep their door locked. They feel like prisoners in their homes. Okay. Okay, let's see how much of a prisoners they feel like in their homes. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up. Here we go. I want to show y'all. This is oh, this is this is how bad they're afraid of Trump. I mean, afraid of us at night with us bloodthirsty criminals. That he said that they're afraid of us. We're bloodthirsty criminals. You must see. You must watch.
This Thursday afternoon, it now appears that the National Guard may be deployed to Washington, D.C. longer than expected, all as part of the president's plan to fight crime. President Trump says he now plans to ask Congress for a long-term extension. Gabe Gutierrez reports.
Overnight conference.
Sorry about that. Commercial.
So I
Commercial
have
because it's
always
on the
been an
news.
emotional eater. I would.
Confrontations in Washington, D.C.
Are you proud of what you're doing?
as protesters pushed back against President Trump's move to expand the National Guard and federal officer presence in the nation's capital. Last night, law enforcement from several agencies setting up one of the first checkpoints to come after the announcement, stationed in a popular downtown area. A crowd gathering in response.
Go home! Go home!
It comes as President Trump now says he plans to federalize the district's police department beyond the 30 days allowed without congressional approval.
We're going to be asking for extensions on that, long-term extensions, because you can't have 30 days. So I don't want to call national emergency. If I have to, I will. But I think the Republicans in Congress will approve this pretty much unanimously.
Democrats calling the plan to extend the takeover overreach.
No way. We'll fight him tooth and nail.
Also in Washington, the National Guard. Roughly 800 have been activated this week to support law enforcement here. Among D.C. residents and visitors, reaction to the takeover is mixed.
A lot of people who live here for a long time know that it's not the picture he's painting. It's a safe place.
My concern is that the people that are causing harm to other people here in Washington are not being punished.
President Trump trying to reshape not just policing in the nation's capital, but also its beloved cultural institutions. Trump declaring he'll host the iconic Kennedy Center Honors this December and announcing this year's honorees after naming himself chairman of the board.
I turned down plenty.
They include rock legends Kiss, disco queen Gloria Gaynor, and blockbuster action hero Sylvester Stallone.
The only one that's a bigger name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, they say, is a guy named Donald Trump.
Now, now they protest, but that area that he said that's near the White House, that's where they said that the people are so scared to come out at night that we are bloodthirsty criminals. We're going to attack them. We're going to R them. We're going to assault them. We're going to do all these mean and hateful things to these people. And our city is worse. Oh my gracious, I'm sorry, I gotta get my tissue. We're the worst city, worse than a third world country city. Bullshit. So today, this is what's going on for Mr. Trumpy Poo. Hold on, let me show you what's going on with Mr. Trumpy Poo. This is happening today. See, now this gentleman was delivering. That gentleman they just pulled was delivering, and they walked up to him and stopped him. And look what they're doing. Now this is DEA, ICE, FBI, and National Guard. All of these out here for what? For what? And you're in an area that's uptown. You're not down here dealing with the crime down here. You are uptown. But let's continue on. Okay. That's just an example. Now I have another one. Oh, I'm sorry. The clip is not on. I'm sorry. So sorry. That was Friday. That was yesterday. The night one was Thursday night. This is this is in uptown. I call it downtown DC. It's uptown DC. But they're by the Capitol, Chinatown. Look, they directing them. Look, ICE ahead. They look, they directing them to go away from it. They detained this guy. Look, look, TikTok with his thumb up. Like, go ahead, do what y'all do. They got the FBI, DEA, all of them walking the beat. This is for the most for a minor traffic violation and told his car. Now remember, they said to walk at night. This happened Thursday. Now let me show you what happened with the U.S. Park Police. Y'all gonna look. This is gonna blow your mind. Now all they did was film it, and this is how the U.S. Park Police acted when this gentleman decided that he wanted to film what they was doing.
Sorry?
Let me back that back up. Now watch how this officer reacts.
Sorry?
And gone. Now he's recording. He's got a distance between them. Now look.
Sorry?
He pulled out a baton on the guy for recording. Told him to get back. And then he whipped out the baton to hit the guy for recording. And this is the U.S. Park Police. This is just some of the videos that I have been able to obtain to show you what we're going through here in D.C. A lot of unlawful activities from the police department. But we are the criminals. We are the bloodthirsty criminals. But this is the police department. Now, I'm not understanding. Maybe somebody else can understand me. If you have any questions for me of what's going on, because this is just crazy. It's like I don't understand what would justify him to do what he's doing to us here in the city. The crime rate has really gone down. I lived here, grew up, moved away, came back. I've been living here now going on 5 years. The crime rate is not as bad as he's making it sound like to be. He making it sound like he said we was worse too. Let me read it back what he actually said. Trump has said that we were okay. Let me get the actual wording because I don't want to misstate what he said. That he said that we, here we go. Is this it? Let me make sure I have the right one. Where he said that we were worse than the other countries. Trump claims Washington's murder rate is higher than Mexico City. We are higher than Mexico City, Bogota, Mexico City, and Lima. We are worse than Mexico and Colombia. We are worse than any of those cities. Our city is worse than their city. This is what he's stating. He said we're worse than any third world country cities. DC is the worst city in the United States. Well, I decided to do a little Googling. Hold on, you all. Let me pull up my results. And now remember, he said we was the worst city in the United States, right? He said we have the highest rate of crime in the United States. Okay, let me pull this up for you. It states here, the city, hold on. Okay, let me pull it up on stage. It states here, the city with the highest crime rate is in the United States is Memphis, Tennessee. Let me repeat that. The city with the highest crime rate in the United States is Memphis, Tennessee. It has a violent crime rate of 2,501.3 incidents per 100,000 people. Additionally, Memphis also has a high murder rate of 27.1 per 100,000 people. Okay, but he said that DC was the worst. I think, Mr. President, you might want to go back and look at the stats of the United States. You may want to go back and look at everything, because right now, if you go by the list, Baltimore number 5, we are number 11 on the scale of the highest crime rate. Baltimore is number 5. We're number 11. So how did we jump from 11 to 1? this is what I'm saying. All of this is if he can control DC, which he learned that he could not do that at this moment, the way he wanted to, he was going to try to enforce martial law through the whole United States. So he was trying to see how it would go with us in the 30 days. Then his next stop was Chicago. His next stop was Cincinnati. He said Georgia, he was going to do Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, Cincinnati, Detroit, Chicago. Chicago was the next one, then Detroit, then Cincinnati. He was going around to all the major metropolitan areas. And he was going to do martial law and lock them down like they did here. Well, he tried to do Baltimore before he did us. Well, the governor in in Maryland, which used to be my governor before I moved to DC, said, no, that's not going to happen. Okay, governor in Illinois said no. Hi, Laura Rack. I got super producer in here. Did I miss her? Hi, super producer. Tap in the pod. Disrupt and Discuss podcast. Hello, my crew. Yes, this is what's going on. This is what's going on in DC. No, the crime rate is not that high. It is not as bad as they're making it sound like. You see that the people, they went and got scooters. They took a scooter and a bicycle. What crime did they commit with a scooter and a bicycle? Make that make sense. They're sitting on the stoop. Make that make sense. They're sitting in front of their apartment building. They kicked the door in, going in there. They didn't see no crime committed, but they went ahead and committed a crime by unlawfully entering the dwelling. Okay. They feel because they're, the type of people they are, they know they ain't got no rights, but they do. If they get with the right person or the right people see this video and talk to them, they got a legal case against them. They got a legal case against them. And the landlord has the right to charge them for the damaged door. Not the people, but the police department. So now DC police got paid for that door. So that's why they went to the judge. The judge told them to talk with the federal government and come to a conclusion. So now they have turned the DC police back in the hands of the chief of police of DC. Because they had suspended her from being the chief of police, actively chief of police, while they was doing what they're doing when they first started. Now that we have gone to the judge and they have come to a reason, they had to turn around and stop. So now they have no control of the Metropolitan Police Department anymore. Our police department can only assist them now. He can't control them now. So we can finally get a peace of mind. So that helped us a lot right there. So that's why all the National Guards and all of them are back around the Capitol and the White House and all of that now. They're no longer back out here in the beat. Now, if they do decide to come back out here, they can only come out here to assist. They cannot come out here and do what they did before. And the DC police cannot come out here and do what they did before. So all of that has died down. Thank God. But this is what I'm saying. I said when people was talking about, oh, we need to get rid of the Hispanics. Yeah, they need to go back to their country. Yeah, they need to get out of our country. All they were coming here to take our money, take our jobs, take our this. Okay, now they're gone. Big majority of them are gone. So now, look what's happening to us. They're coming after us. DC is just the start. He's going to try to figure out how he can come now at Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, Georgia, all the black metropolitan areas. So all of you blacks that thought that it wasn't going to affect you, it's just for the Hispanics. I warned you a long time ago when he got in office that they were coming for us next, because now they got to lock some more people up. This is what I was trying, excuse me, this is what I was trying to tell everybody, that he's trying to find a way to conduct martial law over the United States, so he'd be in total control. That means all of the National Guard, all of the military, everything will be under him because he's the commander in chief. He's the president and commander in chief. That means the United States will be under his saying. Whatever he say do, they have to say how high you want me to jump and how low you want me to crawl. This is his whole MO. This is what he's trying to do. He wants to be king. That's why they march about the king. We're not having no king here. So since that didn't go well, now he's trying to go around and harass all the cities. Now he goes to all the metropolitan cities that basically, let me sum it all up. And I'm not saying I'm being prejudiced, but he is. And this is his MO. What he wants us blacks to come out and go out here and protest like we did when George Floyd was unalive. Because we're not doing that, he's doing everything that he can find to do to get us in an uproar to go out here and do that. And that's will help him to go into martial law. We're not biting. We're not falling for the okie doke. So now he come to DC. Like I said, 75 to 85% of DC is black. Baltimore, 75 to 85% is black. So what he was trying to do is go to those cities, Chicago, I don't know, 55, 60%. Anybody know about the ratio in Detroit, in Chicago, and as far as the blacks in Detroit? Because this is what I'm trying to get everybody to see. He's going after the cities that has the majority of the blacks now. The Hispanics, he ain't worrying about them no more. I used to pick them up here, there, and everywhere now. He gonna get rid of the majority. Now he's coming to us. Majority of us get locked up. Ching, 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 ching. And then he can sit back and say, see, I got rid of all the criminals. The bloodthirsty criminals out here. The ones that are mobsters and gangbangers and thugs and all this stuff. The same thing, basically, he perpetrating the same fraud that he did with the Hispanics that he's getting ready to do with us. If you look at any of his, if you look at I think it's the last 3 of his press conference, he described us as the same description for DC that he used for the Hispanics. And this is why I wanted to do this live, because I've been sitting here watching it and living it. You go to the store, I ain't never seen 10 police in my neighborhood at one grocery store. 10 police officers at one grocery store in my neighborhood. At the other end of my street, that's where when he first started, there were all the they had a few, and I ain't gonna say a few, they had about 7 or 8 Humvees down at the end of the street with them walking around with the police department and some other federal law enforcement, from what you see in the videos, just to say they was present. So this is the reason why I came on live, because I wanted you all to see what we are dealing with. And I'm hoping that nobody really understand that we're safe. We're safe. You know, You see, they couldn't lock up anybody because they couldn't find nothing, no actual criminal law. They okay, all the ones that they locked up, they talking about, oh, they locked up 43 the other night. All of them was down there at the protest that night, fighting against the police to keep them from going out here arresting people. And they were arresting them because they were hackling them and harassing them. And then they had that roadblock. That's all. And you saw that they were getting them for minor infractions. Seatbelt, broken headlight, expired license. This is what they locked them up for and towed away their cars for that night. Now tell me that's not petty. How many people have been stopped and they say, you know, your license is expired. You might want to go ahead and get them renewed. Oh, I didn't know it. Okay, you just get a ticket. Once you get it, once you have shown that you have got it renewed, then you take it to court with you, show that it's done, and you're out the door. A minor infraction, driving infraction. Got a busted tail light. Give you a ticket. When you go to court, you just show that you got it fixed. Bingo, bango, and the subject. Then have a seatbelt on. You get a ticket. Go to court, let them know you got your seatbelt fixed, or now, you know, or either go ahead and pay the court costs, the ticket off, and go on about your business. To arrest them that night and take their car was over the top. It was a minor infraction. This is what I'm saying. That's what the federal government was doing this past week. Thank God again that Friday they put the DC police back in the hands of our chief of police, so they don't have that power over us, our police officers, again. So now all they can do now, the FBI and all of them, they have to stay in their area around government buildings because they have no warrants to be in that area. See how it turned around on you. So he thought he was doing something. I just wanted y'all to see this is how, if he had kept going, this is what we would have been dealing with. But thank God that was changed. And now the Democrats and a few Republicans are fighting against him from trying to extend it past the 30 days. So we got a few more days to deal with this, and then they're moving on. So we're doing good. We're doing good. Today they are marching. I did an earlier video. If you go to my page, my channel, you'll see that I did an earlier video, a live video, showing that they marched today down to the White House to protest against having the federal government out here on the grounds, because now they feel that tourists come into the city, they're going to be afraid because they think that the city is bad and they're going to lose business, which some businesses have said they have lost businesses because people don't want to come here. This is the height of the tourist season. August is the last month that they get a chance to do the final touring of DC before the kids go back to school or they go back off their vacations. This is the last part of the summer of their vacation. And they're losing money because of this, because they feel if you got to have the National Guard out here and they listen to what the news is saying and what the president is saying, they're scared to come. So them not coming, we're losing money. So the DC is losing revenue from their tourists. So see, this is the stuff that we're dealing with Orange Man. Orange Man done lost his pathetic mind. Then he said that he was going to go up there to Alaska. They're going to make a deal to ceasefire. That didn't go well. That didn't happen. Putin just made a fool of him again. So this is what I'm saying. I understand that the people voted him in. But what has he actually done to change anything in the United States that have benefited us to have a better financial situation? The eggs are still high. The food is still high. People lost jobs. Some people lost their farms. Some people lost their home. The Hispanics are locked up on an island where there are alligators, crocodiles, snakes, all this stuff. Everybody know when a hurricane come, when they hit the Florida coast, it's those tents that they got down there is not going to withstand a hurricane. So basically, you sent them down there and made that Alcatraz Island for them people to die, because they have no way of really getting off that area. And if you got them gated in, how is they going to protect them? These are the things that nobody's taking it. I understand some of them might have been, but not every. Come on, not so every last person that came across that border is a criminal. Think about it. Not everybody here is a criminal. I'm not one, but he said we were criminals, bloodthirsty criminals. I'm not a criminal, but if you hear from them, they think everybody that's here that's black we're bloodthirsty criminals. So the same way that he described them, he's describing us. And it hurts me that my own people are the ones that were hyping it up that they need to go. Now look, you getting described the same way. You are being looked at the same way. And I warn you, this is what they were going to do. But no. The Republicans are looking out for you. So how is it working for you about now? Y'all say the Democrats so bad. Did you lose your government jobs when the Democrat was in office? Did you lose your farms when the Democrats was in office? Did they go and have ICE all over here snatching people out of the restaurants where people are closing their restaurants because they don't have the workers when the Democrat was in office? I'll wait. But this is what y'all wanted. This is what you voted for. And this is, look, we got 3 more years of this man. We got 3.5 more years of this. What's next? And I told Chicago, y'all next. So all those up there in Illinois and Michigan, Flint, all those up there, Dalton and all that area. Oh, he's coming for y'all. He coming at any Democrat state he can to F with you all. To give y'all lives a living hell. And y'all governor is fighting. Y'all come talking about, I don't like Pritzker, he's a crook, he's this. But Pritzker is the only reason they haven't attacked Chicago. If he got Chicago locked down, they're going to get rid of the mayor, and he's going to override the mayor, and he's going to take over like he tried to override California. He was trying to do that with Illinois. So you better be glad you got the governor you got. Because they were going to do Illinois, the state of Illinois, the same way they did California. Now, because we're not a state, he tried that with us, but thank God they found out a law that superseded what he was trying to do. The only thing is now, the people that's in Uptown DC don't like it, them being present, because they're losing money. Because Uptown DC, Germantown, what is it? What is it? Germantown. Oh, I can't even think of the areas now. But Uptown, they have a lot of events they have up there. And they have a lot of upscale restaurants. Because of them walking around, they're losing money because people are afraid to come there because they think that the crime rate is so bad. So the money that they've been getting in the Uptown establishments are going out the window. That's why they're marching, because they're losing money. It's not about the crime. They're losing money. Some of those Hispanics that night that they took up off the street was their delivery people. That's where they were getting their money from, delivering to people in the upscale apartment complexes. Now they don't have any delivery people that's willing to ride the bikes and deliver this stuff. Why? Because of this crackdown. So ICE done come in and just started snatching them off the mopeds. Took them off the mopeds, put the mopeds on the back of a truck, and slammed them in the back of a police vehicle and drove off with them. So they arrested 43 on mopeds that night. 43 mopeds was on the back of this truck. 43 mopeds. 43 driver operators of those mopeds was detained by ICE. They don't even know if they're legal or illegal. They just saw they were Hispanic and snatched them up. And they were delivering for those high-scale establishments in Uptown, DC. So now we see, but this is Republicans. They looking out for everybody. Biden and Kamala won't do an S for nobody. We're in a worse situation than we were before. He making deals and trades and everything in other countries. We haven't. Okay. I want anybody that's on here. What have he actually done to show that he has gave us anything of the people in the United States to make things better? I'll wait. What has he done to make anything better for our living at this moment? Nothing. Not one thing. The food price is high. Government employees lost their job. They said that they would come back. And remember the famous line. They created Doge because they would come back on all the money, excessive money that the federal government was spending. Well, you know that every day that they walk this beat, that's $400,000 a day. $400,000 a day. That the United States, your tax money, my tax money, is being spent for him to do what he's doing. While he's going to meet Putin and going golfing and sitting around in the White House twiddling his thumb, going to Mar-a-Lago when he wants to. That's where our money's going, for him to fly all over the place and spend $400,000 a day to constantly call the National Guard to go to certain areas. Now, $400,000 could go to the cost of living, prices to go down. Now everything is high. Everybody got to make an adjustment to try to survive now. So I just want to sit back and ask those that's FAFO how they feel right about now with their new shiny orange man. You got your king, you got your orange man in there. Now, what has he done to benefit you? Miss Magas, what has he done? Now you're finding out some information from Epstein file that you didn't think was happening. Now y'all walking around here with FAFO all over your forehead. Do tell. Come on, Magas. Show your little make America great again. And somebody asked me the question, what do you think that he's really going on? I say he's trying to make it back America great, where there was poor and rich. There is no middle class. By the time he get through, if they don't come out, figure out a way with this midterm to get control of the government, we're going to be back in the 50s and 60s where it's poor and black. I mean, poor and rich. Don't matter you black, white, Chinese, Oriental, whatever. It's going to be only two pay scales: rich or poor. That's it. And he don't care if you're poor because he rich. So the people that's up there in the federal government, that's in Congress, that's his flunkies, they don't care about you either because they getting rich every day. Every day they come in there and sit down and pick their teeth, scratch their head, go to the bathroom, wash their hands, come back and eat. They making money off of you. They ain't got to make no decision. All they have to do is sit there and go blue, 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 blue. Okay. All right, I got paid for today. I'm leaving early. I think I could leave a half an hour. I got my pay for today. Have y'all noticed that there hasn't been a lot of bills passed? This is the second term that there's no bills been passed from the Senate. I mean, from the House. The House writes the bills. The only bill that had the big beautiful bill was a big flop. We haven't got any bills passed that's going to help the citizens of the United States. Not one thing has helped anybody struggling to survive. Not one person. There has been nothing drastically changed that have benefited the citizens of the United States. None. The only ones that have been able to was Elon Musk, him, and all their rich cronies. The rest of us, the middle class and the poor, have not had anything to help us along this journey. And we're just getting started. So I'm just saying, buckle up. As they say, pull your pants up and put your boots on. Because you're just getting ready to get started. We're going to have to work together and try to figure out how we can survive this. So all this this bickering and arguing and backbiting on YouTube, on the YouTube streets, out here in our society, out here in our communities, we need to come together and stop with that bullshit. Because we're not working together to fight to survive. And we're going to have to learn how to depend on one another just a little bit to survive. Because I feel it's going to get worse than it is. And everybody attacking and Dr. Umar, we ain't got to worry about that. That one is done been eliminated. That's a no care. I mean, everybody talking about him, how he's still trying to beg for money. Ain't nobody sending no money now. They already seen that he done blew all that money that he had, didn't pay his bills like he's supposed to. So ain't nobody sending him no damn money. That's why he whining now, because ain't nobody sending him any money now, because all this stuff came out and found out it was true because it got documentation for it. See, when the gentleman that was talking about Lennon, I think that's his name, Lennon, was talking about it. Oh, he was discrediting him, calling him a liar. He's this, he's a hater, all this stuff. Now that documentation coming out to prove that the man was telling the truth. Now everybody going, oh. And by the way, those that have been following the story, that is Reverend Bussy. And the lady that came out about him, that's Medea. Because he been got a cease and desist letter from the guy Lennon got it that he cannot use, so that's why he gave him the nickname Bussy, because he was trying to say the other word, P word, but he know that he would be censored through YouTube, so he used the B instead of the P, and called her Medea because he said she looked like, because of her gray hair, she looked like the Medea, the character um from the character Medea, because she had, remember, Medea got that gray hair. So because that lady has the gray hair and she kind of heavy set and kind of big boned, and he called her Medea. So that's the nicknames he gave. But now they're finding out a lot of this stuff is true, along with his daughter and along with his nephew. So a lot of things are coming out on him. Documentation. Now people are like, where our money? What you do with our money? I don't think he'd be making too many more trips to Ghana, because all that money that he was using to go to Ghana could have went towards the bills to pay for that school. Because you do know it ranged from $1,500 to $2,000, or 25. Let me correct that. 1,500 to 2,500 to fly one way to Ghana. Depends on what tickets are available and what time, and what month and what day. And it costs that much to come back from Ghana back to the United States. So I don't think right now he's going to be making any more trips for a while to Ghana. So I'm glad he enjoyed it when he did. So he got it. Then he had to pay for the dual citizenship. That was part of the money that people sent for the school too. And he's renting in a car. Now help me to understand, folks, how your account is frozen and you have no money, but you can have a rental car. Don't you have to use a credit card, or and some rental car places don't allow you to do the prepaid cards. So I'm just curious, just food for thought, how this man is still riding around with a rental car. Unless he pay, leasing it. Now he might be leasing the car. That's a possibility. And the young lady said that his house was nasty and trifling. Well, if you ever look at his lives, he's never doing his lives in his house. He always doing the live in the vehicle. I mean, that's just food for thought. That's another something to think about. Another content creator had brought it up, so I've been thinking about it too, and I've been looking back at all his videos. He has been doing a lot of his lives either outside of the building that he supposed to been that he purchased, or in his car. Otherwise, he wasn't never doing it in his house. He did it one time. The camera flipped on, and everybody got to see his bedroom, and he ain't make that mistake no more. So after that, he started doing it outside. That's just food for thought. So I just came on for a little while just to bring that up, to let you know what's going on with Washington, D.C., where I live. I've been talking about Dalton. I've been talking about Harvey. I've been talking about Thornton Township. So I said, now let me bring to light what's going on in the great old beautiful city of Washington, D.C. Oh, by the way, before I go off, they are trying to now remove all Black history before the 250th anniversary. And let me see. Bear with me one moment while I check to see when is it 250. There's the 250. It's gonna be next year in 2026. The United States is celebrating its 250th anniversary in 2026, marking the 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. So what he's trying to do is he wants them to go in. He's sending J.D. Vance into the museums, all the museums. They got any Black history or any nationality history, and have it removed. So anything about Jewish, Chinese, Japanese, Blacks, Hispanics, Indians, you name it, all of you. He's trying to make it where when the people come here for the big celebration, none of that will be seen. Yep. So he's trying to. He said because all of us was not part of history of the United States. Yeah, yeah. So none of us were part of the history of the United States. He said he wanted to look the way he wanted to be. So this is what he's trying to do. So there's more to come that he's going to try to change. So I'm just letting everybody know to show that it's not only about us, it's about all the nationalities that he's trying to take down. The Indians, like I said, the Indians, us, Hispanics, all those that have contributed to the United States, the development of the United States. He's trying to remove all of that so he can only show white folks history. So this is what we're dealing with. So like I said, there's more to come. I will keep you all informed when things develop in the Washington, D.C. area. So look for my notifications. I will keep you updated if anything changes with our beautiful, beautiful city. Our city is not that bad. Oh, by the way, we have awesome crabs here. Yes, our blue crabs are great. We have a national harbor now, has a big old Ferris wheel. We have several beautiful restaurants. It's off the water of the Potomac River. We do have the outlet right next to the harbor, and also we have the MGM here, and they're all right there together. Then we have the wharf, which is in Southwest DC, which has been redone and it's beautiful now. And they have an area where you could go and sit down, and they have several areas where they have pits where you can sit down and relax and enjoy the view and look at the water. And they have a taxi from the wharf to take you from the wharf to the National Harbor on the water, and they have a boat that would go down the Potomac River to the National Harbor, let you get off there at the National Harbor, do your shopping, do whatever you want to do, and then you can ride that boat back to the wharf and get off there if you live in the northwest, southwest area. So I'm just giving you some ideas. And no, people, please don't think that DC is bad as the Orange Man said it is. It's a beautiful place. It is a beautiful place. And when you come here, you will enjoy it. You will really, really enjoy it. And if any of you do come, let me know. I will meet you. And we can go down to the National Harbor, go to the MGM. There's a restaurant. I cannot think of the name of it, but they have where you could go there, and they have. I think some of you will live in cities that have these restaurants where they come around with the meat, and you got a little card on your table, and you flip the card over. It's not Brazilian. Is it Brazilian? Is it the Brazilian restaurants? I think it is. And you flip the card over, and once you flip the card over, then you can eat all the meat you want. They just keep coming around serving you meats and meats and meats and meats. Different. They come around. So and so chicken. So and so this. So and so that. So it's a very nice restaurant. Very elegant. Um, and it's not that expensive. And they got a Ferris wheel. They got a play area for the children down there at the National Harbor. So, you go down there and shop, and then you can go and let your children go to the play area, and they have the foam so the kids won't get hurt. and you all can sit back and look at the water. And like I said, it's DC is not as bad as he's making it out. It's a beautiful place. And like you said, everybody everywhere got crime. Some worse than others, but we're not that bad. We're not the top of the crime rate, the way he's making it be. So I mean, so that's the thing is, I just wanted to bring it to you all to let you know this is what's going on. This is what they're doing. But what I showed you from our community, they stopped that Friday because of them going back to court and getting it and suing the government to a point that they had to stop what they was doing. And yes, Laura, I said, let me see some of your chats. I'm so sorry. I was just trying to get you informed on everything. Thank you, Laura. I just wanted, because DC is a beautiful city, everybody. Yeah, and yeah, Trump. That's the thing is, he talk about the immigrants, but his whole family is immigrants, including himself. His father was an immigrant. You know, believe it or not, the only ones that's not an immigrant that's over here and that has history is the Indians. Everybody's an immigrant. So that's why I keep wondering why everybody keep emphasizing on certain immigrants when we all immigrants. Some people came over here to get away from the hardship, just like the Hispanics did. But y'all forgot what you went through. You forgot that you came over here for a better life, to get away from what you was dealing with. But you sit back and want to down the Hispanics. I'm not saying the ones on here, but there are some that are out there that they forgot where they came from. And it just hurt my feeling because it's like there's no more humanity anywhere no more. And I'm like, what happened to humanity? What happened to human beings? We're all human beings. Laura said, we all are mutts. Laura said, we all are mutts. She said, have a great night. Love you, Foxy, and I mean it. I love you too. And Thrive and Glow said, well, she's a form of, right? And I said what I said, right, Laura, his wife and all his kids are not Americans, according to his logic. And thank you, Laura. I was trying to give out great information because I wanted to make sure everybody knew what Orange Man was up to. And I just want to give a warning to all those that live in those metropolitan areas, like Grace Levi, you live in Atlanta, Georgia. Those that live in Chicago, Detroit, Cincinnati. He's trying to do the same thing that he did with LA. He's trying to do the same with DC, and he's going to try to do it with all the other cities. He's just trying to do anything he can because he wants to scare us. Because you got to remember the midterms getting ready to get started. So he got to do everything he can to make sure that we are petrified. And if we don't come out to vote, then they could keep their seat. And we could keep going through what we're going through. Right now, everybody is his Yasa people. So nobody's challenging him. Nobody's making him stop. So he's going to keep doing what he's doing. And it's not making us strive like Joe, the title, like hers is Strive and Glow. How are we going to strive, Joe? You striving. This is what we all are trying to do is strive. And he's trying to shut that down for us even to strive. We're stagnant right now. Nobody is making, we're just existing right now. The way he got the economy, we're just existing and trying to survive. And I don't know what can change unless they get some of the Democrats in there to help calm him down from doing what he want to do. You're right. They got to get out and vote. Well, if you go back and look at what Elon Musk said in Twitter when they bromance broke up. You know, Orange Man and Elon, they bromance broke up. He said that the Democrats had actually won. He said, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't have won. Then he asked him another time, do you want me to go ahead and release the Epstein file when he was releasing Martin Luther King and John F. Kennedy's file? And he said, well, yeah, Epstein was a good man. You know, we got along good. We was good buddies, da 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 da. So now when they got into that little bro argument, now all of a sudden, voila, we said all the Epstein files. We said everything in there about him. I'm just saying, the man was locked up. He's, unalive. We never got any information about the Epstein file. Remember when they were asking, they could send out that information that didn't have anything on them at the time? Then when they had that bromance, argument, all of a sudden all the files coming out now. I'm just saying. So if he got all that about the Epstein files, how much other information that Elon Musk got? And here's another thing I want to get put food for thought. Just this is just my opinion. If you notice that the South Africans came over here, South Afrikaners came over here, and we hear nothing else from them. Isn't it funny that we don't hear anything else from them? And Elon Musk has gone back to Texas, and he got his little city down there in Texas, and we don't hear nothing about the South Afrikaners. And he's South African. I mean, it's just something to make you do a little go, So this is just my opinion. This is not facts. This is just my opinion. This is allegedly that they are there on that little city that he has there in Texas for his satellite company, and they working there with him. Now, if you Google Elon Musk satellites, he have over 100 satellites in the sky. So he was back there with all the government, the federal government sensitive information. I had to go 8 months for me to even get access to that sensitive information. This man go in within a month and was able to see all this sensitive information. And he's a techie. He's a nerd. He's a techie. So how much information do you think that he might have? How much information do you think he might have up there in the clouds? Remember, he got satellites. Satellites store information. This is, just my opinion. It's not facts. It's just my opinion. Just give you something to go, So if Epstein files all of a sudden appeared and all the information come out, much as his MAGAs up in Congress been trying to hide everything that goes on with him, even down to his finances, how much else do he have in his little vault there, Mr. Elon Musk? So, I mean, that's what I'm looking at. So I think all of this dealing with the National Guard and all this stuff and dealing with Putin and all this stuff is trying to get y'all distracted from the Epstein files. Because this kind of little bad. Well, not a little bad. It's terrible. The information we're getting in regards to his involvement with Epstein. So I'm just saying that. So I'm going to get off here because I got to get ready for Saturday Night Live tonight. At the bar. I got to get ready for at the bar tonight. So Thank you all for coming in. Thank you all that's in the chat. Thank you all for following me. I hope the information I gave you about DC was helpful. And if you have any other questions, don't mind because I check my community wall. So if you have any questions, you can put it in the community wall and I will get back to you. But I do plan on doing a follow up on Tuesday because I figured over the weekend and by Tuesday, I should have updates on what happened over the weekend and Monday. And then I can give you an update of what's going on in DC if anything has drastically changed. Yeah, I saw that. I gotta follow up on that. Um, I said what I said. She said I said what I said. Said now Melania is trying to sue because she's been called out. Yeah. And hi, Kevin Smith. Kevin said definitely deflection from the Epstein file and his corruption. Exactly. Exactly. And thank you, Kevin, for coming in. Exactly. So all of this dealing with DC, dealing with DC, dealing with Putin, you know, all this stuff that's going on is all a distraction. So if he make everybody think that DC so bad, everybody's gonna pay attention to what's going on in DC. I wanted to show you that DC is not as bad as he made it seem like. You haven't yet to see anybody get arrested for all the crimes that he claimed that was going on. Nobody got arrested in DC for the crime. Show you the video, in the areas that I live in. And you saw what they did. The people wasn't doing anything. But yet the police, believe it or not, the police were more the criminals than we were. They were doing more illegal stuff than we were. Kicking doors in, harassing people, taking their stuff, pouring it out, threatening them, talking about, they're going to beat out, AZZs and all this stuff. Come on, man. One guy got in his feelings. They joned on him, told him that he used to go to Dunbar, which is one of the high schools here, and that they used to bully him, and he was a punk. Now he's a cop. Now he's trying to act tough, and he was like, "I don't know you." Yeah, you do. And they started telling him who his people was, and they took that video down. But it was funny to me. It was good to me because he was in there. He looked like he was about to cry. This is how petty this stuff has gone. Because the police thought they were coming around here. They were going to intimidate us and scare us to death to go, okay, we sorry. Anybody that ever grew up in the hood or anybody that ever grew up in the streets, no. All they're going to do is say, hi, Mr. Officer, we ain't doing nothing. And they're going to wait till it's all died down. And if they are doing anything illegal, they're going to go right back to it. So you ain't did nothing. You ain't did nothing but just walk around and show your face, and they look at you like, yeah, whatever. That's it. You saw how the guys would sit there on the steps, like, what we do. Then the other guy, he got in his feelings because he couldn't find nothing. He jumped out of the car thinking he going to find something. Then he got in his feelings and want to argue with the guys. Then they went over to the apartment complex, kicked the door in thinking they're going to find something, and then find shit. So all of that drama, and they ain't find nothing. But remember, we the bloodthirsty criminals. So I'm getting ready to get off here, everybody. Thank you again for coming. I just want to give you an update. Thank you so much. I said what I said. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, all those that thank you for coming. Laura, Rec. Our legal real estate consultant, all in the queue. Oh, excuse me. All in the queue. Tap in pod. Disrupt and Discuss podcast. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Common sense. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I got a new one, Motor Oil. Somebody named Motor Oil. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Playing games for dollars. Thank you so much. Thank you. SBK, my dude. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for coming in. I just wanted to give you an update to let you know what was going on. So I just want to thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see my crew tonight at the bar. And I am out.